Welcome back in its 20-year history. Closing honors on Sumfest Dancehall Night has always been reserved for the top-tier kingpin. A short list of dancehall heavyweights, including names like Capleton, Bounty Killer, Shabba Ranks, and the Dr. Beanie Man. Fueled mostly by the Gaza Gully War, Vybz Kartel was the newest addition to that elite list and got closing honors all of 2 times. And now in 2013, an artist with little or no controversy. And who has not been officially ascended to the upper chambers of dancehall is tasked with closing the night. This signals a new paradigm for Sumfest. But how ready are the fans to ascend I-Octane to the upper chambers of the genre? I-Octane is right now, right here on stage to answer. Octane, blessed love, sir. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I give that.
How has this summer been going?
Great.
Good?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Fill us in on some of the details, some of the activities, some of the things you've done so far.
Well, first, the work increase.
Yes.
As you're closing dancehall night, the work increase, the interviews increase, the shows them overseas.
So does the announcement alone just ratchet up the thing?
Yes, well, closing dancehall night, for me, it's just working.
Yes.
It's just a next notch for the brand Octane and I myself. But, enough people, see me in the street and was like, yeah, Octane, you ready for this? But as I say, I view it from the humble perspective, the way I just know, so I just perform. And it's a building stage, So, in terms of the summer, whole heap of things, we have whole heap of shows. We just come off a 2-week tour. We have shows every weekend. The videos them increase, more interviews, locally, overseas, a lot of things.
So how do you respond to what I said in my prelude, my opening remarks in this about you being promoted? To the uppermost chamber of dancehall. How do you respond to that?
Well, as I say, I'm viewing it from a humble angle. This is an honor for me. Yeah. I've been to being a Bounty Killer, some of the names that I mentioned a while ago. From school days, I've been seeing them on stage performing, but getting to know Bounty, getting to know Beanie over the years, them don't have a problem with it. I know them, hang out with them daily, and them always I say, you are going to be the next closer. Because, people oftentimes, Octane is one of the, the new youth in reggae music. Out of all of the new artists, them Octane is one of the, in terms of performance, who stand out all the way.
Do you know in all the 30 years of dancehall, that only 20-something artists who have actually ascended to that upper chamber? Are you aware of that?
No.
Well, you see, a lot of people aren't, because a lot of people who we think are big-name artists, and we love them, and maybe they are our favorites too, they're in what we call the middle order.
Yes, like a sub-act.
One of these days, we're going to call the names of those who we consider to be top tier and tell why. Okay? So give them that now. Now that we are suggesting that to you, surely your fans would be ready.
Yes.
But is the wider dancehall space, how ready are they to accept Octane now as having a seat at in that upper chamber of dancehall?
Well, when for the result is there, and from people see result, you know what I mean? An individual don't have to like you personally.
Yes.
But as I say, if them can say, I don't like Octane as a person, but his work, work stand out, So it's all about the work and the energy we put in. Octane been a put in work over the years. Work third to last, second to last, and at the end of the day, people say, yo, Octane is the best performer, give the best performance for the night. So people see the growth, whether or not they like me as a person, people see the growth and know, say, yo, him can do it.
Any pressure? Any pressure?
No.
No pressure. You relax?
Yeah.
No anxiety?
No, my aim in music is to set standard and to set records and those things, you know? Because being a bounty killer start from my age, from my, stage, yeah. From my stage, and then become headline acts and closing the festival for years. You know what I mean? So you need a new youth like me who are brave enough. Because you have, as well as a whole heap of artists become art, run the place.
I think we should say congratulations, because the fact that you've even been considered is in itself an achievement.
So, all right. So basically I'm looking from that angle for know say if, Octane, them say Octane, you for close the festival.
Yes.
That is a great accomplishment for me.
How are you preparing?
Me? Well,
no physical fitness, no running and gymming and
things. Exercise and, just have an open mind, in the studio, voicing new songs, voicing new songs. So, because whenever you're getting a closing honor, you have to have new songs, current songs that will keep the people, make the people them stay. Because I will have a disadvantage. And it's an advantage and a disadvantage.
Lyrics are right. No lyrics are right.
Lyrics are right. So, but the disadvantage in closing a show, so people say, yo, me have to beat the traffic, yeah. All of those things, you know what I mean? So you have to have substance that people can say, all right, remember at least watch half, I'm sure.
All right. Yeah, man, I detect the humility. But what are they? How big did Gala Give a Bun get?
Big. One of the biggest songs in the US right now.
So it's still climbing? It's still growing?
Yeah, man. It just you have songs in Jamaica, where peak and run the place and people forget about it in Jamaica. Because we produce songs daily, and we have so much artists and so much producers, so we produce songs daily, but you have Canada, England, America, a song with popular for 6 months, and then you just start to develop, just start to grow in these places. So Gala Give Me Bun a #1 in Canada, big song in America. I can't go nowhere in America and sing it.
We're just coming from Germany, and part of why I'm asking you this question is what I've seen and observed for myself. Whereas Jamaica is still very relevant and very much a part of the scene internationally, reggae. Jamaica is not going anywhere as far as reggae is concerned. But we see in Germany, where 3 nights of festival are headlined by non-Jamaican reggae artists. We saw Gentleman from Germany headlining one. We saw Patrice, also from Germany, Afro-German, headlining another. We see Snoop Dogg, a.k.a. Lion, headlining another one. And the Jamaicans, though still very potent and very relevant in the mix, were second place and so on. So this is what I'm trying to say now about our brand and all the other variables that is causing us to be somewhat behind in terms of international reggae. And dancehall is also part of that.
You see what happened overseas in terms of Jamaican artists always, like mega class order and these running orders, globally. It's because in Jamaica we're foundation reggae music and dancehall music created. The facility wasn't created to support the music itself.
Yes.
We need more revenue. People need to invest. I want to say money make in reggae music, but the body of reggae music needs to invest back in reggae music. So whenever we say I-Octane going to Europe, I carry my band.
Yes.
Nobody not tell me say, no, come alone and come sing for a band over here.
Yeah.
If Gentleman a move, you have to bring Gentleman and even Rottweiler, everything. Because them develop that, so people oftentimes, people know them for that. Whenever an artist over here to say, all right, we are travel with a band, etc., all of those things. You hear say, yo, some artists were bigger than you before, never do it. And how you come and try change reggae
Who's
music
saying that
and
to
you
you?
just
Your
times
own-
promoters say them thing there.
The promoters in Europe?
Yes. You know, how you just come. This artist are bigger than you, never do that. So why you feel like you can come change music? We're not about to use it. We're going to use the artist instead. You know? So when you stand out and hold it, it just look like you give all of the trouble
Yeah,
in
the
reggae.
problem, no.
But you stand up for it.
I wouldn't care a lot about that because it's going to come down to your own pulling power and your fan base.
Yeah.
And who's asking for I-Octane. So I can ignore the promoter right now because I am working on my craft and I believe in me. And I know I will resonate in Germany, in Italy, in France, in all these countries eventually. And when that happens, I dare you, promoter, to not call me.
Yes. But you can't even blame the promoters. As I say, different angle, you can't even blame them because, as I always say, as we as Jamaicans doing reggae music, we need to come together and know, say, we push it. You know? We push it and know, say, yeah, everybody stand behind it itself. Not I-Octane closing dance all night, getting rich and take all of that for himself. You know? So we need to invest into the brand itself and reggae itself. That means that people appreciate it more. Not just the sound or what is on the record. You know, because you have to, when a song go there, you as the artist have to go and represent that song. So how you are going to represent that song? Can you imagine me I do a festival, every artist overseas, you know, with bass overseas, band, everything, and me come and sing on tracks.
Share for me. Share with us, Octane, if you will.
Yeah.
Your deepest dream for dancehall.
Well, I'm a cross-the-board artist, you know, so I do both.
Yes.
My deepest dream as well,
For Jamaica's music.
yeah, I just you know, outline some of the things them. It's for we to come together as musicians, vocalists, etc., all of those things, and invest more into reggae music, not just for personal benefits.
Yes.
You know, invest more in reggae music. So,
So you're committed to that.
yes, that's why I close it. It's a hard task. I know that.
Yes.
You know, and Jamaican is so dire.
So you're prepared to do just about anything
Yes, we
that is
sacrifice acting
right
for reggae music,
for the music
itself.
You're serious about that thing?
Yes,
Octane?
we sacrifice acting for the music itself because look on Bob. Bob no utilize nothing when he put out. You not get to utilize no legacy, none spend none of money, do nothing. But what? Bob paved the way so me and other artists can have the privilege to even freedom of speech. We say certain things on record and you don't get penalized for it. You know? So even if me, I go dance all night and people walk out, so for instance, people walk out, at least we do it. So the younger artists them will come up, I can inspire them for you know, say, act and do it, me can do it. Because you know, have no new youth as well, I say, we're brave enough. And you have to be brave enough. You have to tell yourself, say, yo, me I do this. You know what I mean? Marcus, you have to tell you, you have to motivate yourself. So I know the pros and cons and the disadvantages and the advantages. I know. And I know what is against me and what can I do. Everybody knows acting is a great performer. Nobody not dispute that. Although we have enough more, you know, we have other things to grow and learn. You know, nobody not dispute that. But you have to be brave enough to know, say, after the icons them, being the bounty killer them, you know, on that same stage, if people are willing enough. And you have to make sure so you take that ego thing there and the pride out of your mind and know, say, yo, if I even 10 people left back in the venue, me I gotta do the same show and perform. Because at the end of the day, me not just doing this for acting. Me doing this for reggae music itself.
On that note, sir, I want to thank you for coming and sharing with us. And what is standing out in my mind, something you just said, about the sacrifice made by the King, Bob Marley, and others.
Yes.
And if they can do it,
Who am I?
give us freedom of speech,
Yes.
freedom of movement globally, and created a platform for you, then you must be prepared to sacrifice a little too.
Yes.
And that, I think, is very, very profound. And we'd like to hear coming out of more youngsters, sir.
Yes.
Go on and fire some fest dance all night for you.
Big up.
Much love, I-Octane. Much respect, and we look forward to that. Of course, we'll be there in all our glory, capturing and reporting on Dancehall Night at Reggae Sumfest and all of Sumfest 2013. By the way, it's the 21st staging of the greatest reggae show on earth. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you right now for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage, and you could never tell where we'll be coming from that time.
Looking at Sumfest, the look, bag of things them want to. You never listen, never hard. So them what hide and call you. Then hear me, you tell them, yo, all type of things them want to. You never listen, never hard. Me say all of the bad man, Gossa. We got tell them, you slip blood when you run up in a day. Every organ stump up in a hello, he tell them up in a them. Yo, you slip blood when you run up in a day. Me bad mind just turn up in a day. Tell you, every organs, me say for you the bad mind over your son, Gossa. Them boy, they will touch up for your soul, for your foot back. Cause you when you charm money when you put back. Watch your no man around you, when you walk a look. Cause it's the time you will get up. Them boy, they will grudge up in no, grudge up in summer. Grudge up in your shirt, they will grudge up in your body. Them grudge up in my green sky, me not it. Sumfest Gossa, me tell them about the things them want to. You never listen, never. So them will hide and call you. Boy, Sumfest done you know.